Hey, what's happening, YouTube? So I want to preface this next chapter of my vlog with just an apology for being so damn late on uploading these things. Yeah, I'm still actually working on uploading. This is actually going to be my last video from last Sunday. It's now Saturday, so damn near a week old video. Um, Things have been kind of chaotic the last week, and I shot and just between Tuesday of last week, not last week, but the week before, and Sunday. I shot a lot of videos and tried to edit them together, and then I've been working a lot, so all translating into not a lot of time for me to put that stuff together. So anyway, oh, that shadow doesn't look good. Sorry, I never shoot selfie videos like this. It just feels weird to me. Um, anyway, I just thought I should preface this with just because there's been some live streams, and of course those happen live. Um, and just that this is last Sunday, and the first couple short clips going into it were shot completely on accident as I was running into the Amazon building. I thought I was going to work. I really did. Um, and as I was carrying my phone, I still had the camera app open. Apparently, bumped the record button um, enough to record three little segments of video of me making a really stupid mistake. And I'll give you a hint as to what the mistake was. Yeah, as the camera is pointing down, watch my feet. What? I can't hear. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Put an hour of fucking PTO. Jesus Christ! I don't believe I did that. Fucking A. Well, shit, that was not one of my brighter moments. Oh, so the good news is I made it into the building on time, and I would have clocked in on time, but my stupid ass forgot my shoes. Yeah, it happens. My focus when I left for work was, well, let's be honest. My focus when I left for work was the nearly naked woman in my bed. That's what I was focused on. I didn't really want to pull away from that. Just saying. Didn't want to pull away from that at all. I was quite comfortable all wrapped up in that. But I had to go to work. And so I got myself ready in such a hurry as I was more focused on her and talking to her and actually enjoying her that I got most of the stuff that I needed in my bag for work. I remembered my water bottle, which I don't know if y'all be able to see this, but I decorate. Oh yeah, you can see it. I decorated with some get a little light on it. Metallic gold lettering. Yeah, when I got that particular water bottle, they were doing some kind of a thing at Amazon that day where they were giving out the water bottles again, and they had a table full of all these neat stickers where you could customize your bottle, along with ones with letters where you could put your name on it. And I put my name on it with these really cool letters that were gold foil, and yeah, it looked really good for a while, but those stickers are so poorly made that they completely dissolved and fall off. Is this guy parking, or is he just... You know, if the guy's parking, he should have his right blinker on. Anyway, I'll watch my temperature gauge. Oh yeah, my temperature gauge is a little higher than it should be. Fucking, it is hot in here. I don't dare turn my air conditioner on until I'm on the freeway and have some airflow, because I'm reasonably sure my radiator fan is not going right now. In fact, this is kind of a long red light, so I think I'm going to shut my car off. Anyway, yeah, I remembered to put my water bottle in there, and I grabbed my 2 extra burritos from Del Taco and put them in there, and I had 2 microwave burritos out of the fridge. I half expect those to be rotten, but I did not open the package. I'll cross the bridge when I come to it. I'll open the package before I microwave them. If they're rotten, I'll throw them away, and if they're not, then you know, maybe I'll eat them, maybe I won't. Definitely gonna eat the Del Taco ones before those ones. But most likely I'll eat all 4 of them tonight. You know, it's a 10.5-hour shift. So yeah, I remember to grab all of that stuff. Found my brush, brushed my hair real good. Made a point to put on some clean jeans, because I just in case I do get stuck loading pallets, I don't want to be messing with that while wearing shorts, because that's an easy way to chew up my legs. Okay, the light's starting to change. 8, 7, 6, 5. Countdown. 4, 3. I'm looking at the walk signal with the don't walk countdown. 1. Doesn't look like that cooled off my car any, but hey, at least it didn't get any hotter while it was sitting there idling. You know, and as weird as it feels to do that, to shut my car off at a red light and then start it back up before the light changes, I've noticed a lot of newer cars are just designed to do that. Like when I'm a pedestrian, I'll hear them shut off, and I'll hear them start up at the traffic light. So if it works for those cars, I don't see where it hurts mine any. Temperature gauge is kind of it's just a wee bit above the middle. Oh, and it's dropping already. Yeah, just the speed of air rushing through my radiator right now. And it just visibly dropped right here getting on the freeway. Alright. Well, if I'm getting good airflow and it's dropping the temperature, I'm going to turn my air conditioning on, because goddammit, it's hot in here. Just got to keep an eye on my temp gauge. Alright, I got some guy coming on up behind me with no headlights on, just parking lights. That's brilliant, because it's definitely dark. That truck right there just passed me on the left does not have headlights on. So anyway, yeah, I was all focused on getting jeans on and getting ready for work, and I don't know where the hell my brain was, but I'm still wearing flip-flops. Mind you, it's not the first time I've done this. Absolutely not the first time I've done this. And inside Amazon, I don't know that I've ever mentioned, they have lockers. They have little tiny lockers there. Now, for most of the time I've been working there, the whole locker area has been closed off. Allegedly, that had something to do with COVID. What lockers have to do with COVID, I have no idea. I can't explain that. Most of the anti-COVID measures that I've seen everybody doing, in my opinion, are just theater anyway. And they're not things that actually make any difference. I mean, just look how many public figures have allegedly done all the things they're supposed to do, and have still publicly come out and got COVID. I mean, hello. In the last 2.5 years, both the United States presidents have come down with COVID. Both of them supposedly doing the things they're supposed to do. So, whatever. It happens. It's a fucking virus. If you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. 90% of, I mean, obviously, wash your hands. You should be doing that anyway, you dirty fucker. Wash your hands. Everybody should be washing their hands. That's just something you should do. Like, seriously, if you needed a pandemic to happen for you to start washing your hands, yeah, well, good something got you washing your hands, because you should have already been doing that. If you have hands, there's something you should wash. Just saying. Wash your feet too, and nobody wants to smell your stinky feet. Anyway, so yeah, supposedly the reason they had all the lockers shut down was because of COVID. I can't explain that. The more I think about it, the more it just hurts my brain, so I'm not going to try to. Anyway, at this point, they're like, quote unquote, getting back to normal. As far as Amazon's concerned, the pandemic is over. I know there's still some news outlets trying to spread that fear porn, but I don't think anybody's even falling for it at this point, including but not limited to Jeff Bezos. So yeah, all the COVID. I mean, there are still a handful of people in the warehouse that wear masks, and that's your prerogative. Whatever. I think you're kind of weird for doing it. But whatever. I will say I have some coworkers that wear masks and that still wear masks, and then when I've seen them actually take their mask off, I was like, ooh, your teeth are gross, put that mask back on. I mean, I'm not saying that, but boy, am I thinking it. As if I got room to call out anybody's teeth, right? Especially now. But, hey, and if I start to get self-conscious about my teeth, I can always wear a mask, right? There we go. That's a win. Oh my gosh, there's DPS actually pulling somebody over. These freeways have felt so lawless the last few years. It's kind of comforting to see DPS pulling somebody over. Anyway, I was just maybe about a week ago talking about the lockers with somebody who were walking by, and we were like, well, what's the point of even having a locker here? I mean, because there's refrigerators to keep your food, and really what else did you want to keep there? Especially keeping in mind the fact that if you're not scheduled for a shift, you cannot get through the front door. Like, you can't even get in to talk to HR. You might get somebody from HR to come out and talk to you, but you ain't getting in the building unless you are actually scheduled for a shift. I found that out a couple of months ago when I left one of my phone chargers and cables at one of the docks, and I did get that charger back. It was exactly where I left it, which is not where I sent the manager to get it from. Brain farted which dock I left it at. But yeah, I couldn't. It's policy. It didn't even matter that managers were coming up and get vouched that, oh yeah, Dan works over there. Like, it's just hard and fast policy. Security is just simply not letting you in unless you're scheduled to work. So yeah, it kind of makes you not want to put anything in those lockers. So anyways, I was discussing, as we were discussing, like, how pointless the lockers were. And to be fair, since the lockers have been available again, you have to get a padlock from Amazon. You can't bring your own lock. Okay, that's fair. But I haven't seen anybody using them at all. And I did mention the person I was talking about that, the only thing I could think of that I would want to put there would be my old work shoes, my old safety shoes. I'm on my second pair of safety shoes right now. And my old ones are a little worn, but I mean, they're still completely functional shoes. They're completely, like, the soles are starting to come apart around the edges, but I mean, they're still, I could probably wear them for another 2-3 months and be just fine. In fact, probably even more than now that I'm mostly back to being a forklift driver, because I'm not putting nearly as much wear and tear on them standing up in a forklift as I am, putting my feet into it, pulling a pallet jack. So anyway, I'd mentioned that, the one thing that would make sense for me to put in a locker would be my old safety shoes and a pair of clean socks, just in case for some reason I come into work and I don't have time to go home and get those, or my stupid ass forgets them, like today. Because as soon as I walked in the building, security's like, they're pointing at me. And I'm like, what? What did I do? They're like, your shoes, you gotta have your safety shoes. And I just look down and I'm like, and I'm wearing flip-flops. So I don't even have the options in going and borrowing the clown shoes. You know, I don't even have that option. You know, I can't wear those. Like, if I was wearing tennis shoes, I could at least put those on. But yeah, I'm wearing flip-flops. Like, I can't even do that. And I don't have any other shoes in my car, you know. So, driving my ass all the way back home. But yeah, that would have been, oh look, there's another vehicle with no taillights on. Oh no, his left taillight's on. It's super, super dim. Does he have headlights? Yep, they're super, super dim too. That looks like a really old truck. I'm thinking like a 1950s truck. Probably has a bonded electrical system. Yeah, he needs to get the right taillights and headlights on it. That thing's a hazard. I could barely see the headlights, and I could only barely see his left tail light. Anyway, yeah, you know, I've been saying that for a little bit. That yeah, I should really get a locker and put my extra safety shoes and a pair of clean socks there, just in case that time comes where I just space them off, or I have to come from somewhere, go to work from somewhere else. You know, like that one time that I flew in from Portland and didn't have time to go home. I only had time to take the bus directly from the airport to the warehouse. And yeah, would have come in handy today. Like, I could have had the security people going, oh, you're wearing flip-flops, and I would have been like, oh, shit, my bad. I got safety shoes in my locker. I just got to go to my locker. At which point they would have probably been like, oh, okay, yeah, go to your locker. But yeah, all I could do was turn around and exit the building and feel like a bonehead. And the only thing that made it slightly better was there was another guy that walked out with me at the same time. He goes, I fucking forgot mine too. Gotta feel like an idiot. And I'm like, well, at least you're not alone. He said the same thing, you know. It's like, whatever. And you know, thank God I work for Amazon. Like God, most places I work at, that would have been like a pretty big fuck up. As it is right now, you know, what am I missing? I'm missing the stand-up. Ooh, yeah, stand-ups. They're back to doing those again. To me, those are a mammoth waste of time anyhow. I'm missing my stand-up. I might be missing my chance of working out now by not being there and being ready to talk to Alex, you know, right at 7 o'clock. But, I don't know. She took me in at like 1 a.m. Thursday morning. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, so I feel like I got a pretty good chance of her just being happy to see me and take me in to do totes. I'm hoping. I mean, no guarantee, but I'm hoping. The other thing I forgot was my new operator vest. I have 3 of them at home. Totally forgot to grab a safety vest. Yeah, I'm pretty much required to wear a new operator one for the next like 3 weeks. So all these people passing on the right, and the guy that's in the lane in front of me is not matching their speed or passing them. I don't know who's the bigger dysfunctional. If people are passing you on the right, that means that you need to speed up. Because every successive left lane is a passing lane from the lane to its right. Anyway. That's what I get for being more focused on half-naked woman in my bed than getting myself ready for work. But since I work at Amazon, that's really not a big deal. As I was on my way out the building, I checked my UPT and my PTO, and yeah, I'm just gonna go home, grab my shoes, grab my safety vest. There's still a half-naked woman in my bed. I'll probably feel up on her a little bit, and then head right back to Amazon. And then on my first break, just fill it in with PTO. I got plenty of PTO to cover it. So. And then as far as my attendance record will reflect it to be the same as if I showed up on time. Amazon is quite lovely like that. Oh man, I just missed the freaking green light. On that, I better turn off my AC so I don't overheat the car. On the bright side, just driving back on the freeway, which really leads me to believe that my problem with my cooling system is the electric fan. Because yeah, my temperature gauge has gone down since I've been driving, and I was driving with the air on. So as I figured, as long as it's not super, super hot out and I'm in motion, it's no problem. I'm watching it right now to see if it goes down just from me sitting here at this red light. So far, so good.
Tegan and Sarah and a ton more. If you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. AltAZ933.com or on that AltAZ 933 app.
Sounded like they were talking about an upcoming festival concert. I heard a couple artists there that I sort of like. One or two songs from. You know, I used to go to so many of those kind of shows when I was younger. I was all into it. Went to the first, actually I did not go to the first Lollapalooza, really wanted to, but I went to the Lollapalooza 92 and Lollapalooza 93. I used to go to every Edge Fest. Went to a couple KUKQ fests. I've seen an obscenely large amount of bands and concerts, and a lot of them as a result of going to festival shows. These days, two reasons I don't really go to them. One, I just don't really feel like spending that much time outside in my old age. That's part of it. The tickets are a lot more expensive than they used to be. Like, it used to be a festival concert, a ticket would be like 30, 40, maybe $50, but it would be so many bands. And now, like, when I see festival concert tickets, they're $100 plus. So that's kind of a prohibitive factor. And then the other thing is usually the lineups, and again, this is probably as a result of me getting old. Unlike a lot of people my age, and for those who don't know, I'm 52. Unlike a lot of people my age, I am still into a lot of new artists and a lot of current artists, but I'm certainly not following new music as much as I was even a decade ago, and certainly not like I was when I was in my 20s or early 30s. So, yeah, when I look at a lineup for a festival concert, there's not as many artists on the bill that I'm interested in as would make me want to, definitely go. I mean, it used to be when I looked at a list of a festival show, I'm like, oh my God, I love every band on there. And it's been a long time since I've seen a festival that I could look at the lineup and say that about it. Now, to be fair, I used to go to a lot of festival shows where there was a handful of bands, like 3 bands that I absolutely loved, and then 4 or 5 bands that I kind of thought were okay, and maybe a couple that I didn't know, and then I ended up getting into the ones that I didn't know. And perhaps I'm missing out on getting to introduce myself to some of these other bands by not going to these shows. I don't know. Been a long time since I've been to a festival show. Kind of feels like something I'd like to do. Anyway, I am going inside to get my stuff. Thanks for coming with me on the drive. I've said enough. I'm not going to shoot video from here to Amazon. However late I am, I'll put some PTO on it. I'll be just fine. Thanks for coming with me on this stupid trek back to my apartment.